Hey, you need some R&R. You need some R&R. You need some R&R. You need some R&R.
Radio, RaNdOmNeSs. Okay, it says we're recording.
We're here.
Which I've noticed the past few videos. I was like, okay, it says we're recording. That's how they all start out. Anyway, I guess I'll put this up here for display. My big microphone. So what did you think?
I don't know. I felt like it was a more controlled reiteration of the first one. It was definitely way better, and I was very impressed with Trump for his ability to control himself.
Oh, you could tell it was killing him, though.
Yeah. When he was like, well, what? But
yeah, you could
I
tell
was
it was killing him. And he lost his control.
What'd you say?
I was just going to say he lost his control at the end. What were you saying?
I was just saying it was definitely a lot better than the first one, and I'm glad that they got that under control because, woof.
Yeah, you could tell he wanted to, but knowing that he could potentially look like an idiot and talk with no microphone, that he didn't want to. He didn't want to try. So he's like, well, you could tell it was killing him, and at the end, he kept going. And I
definitely liked the moderator too.
She did really good.
I think she's the best out of all of them.
She was able to wrangle him in barely, but a couple times. But she was able to wrangle him in.
Mr. President.
And I mean, overall, it definitely didn't change my decision. I already voted. Already melted.
I haven't voted yet. And I'm really like, I'm still not sure. Not, Trump, Biden, but, my dilemma. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's almost to the point where I'm like, should I not vote? I mean, I know I need to, but I'm like,
well,
I don't feel like being harassed for the next 4 years.
Just don't tell anybody who you voted for until the 4 years is up. That's what I did. I didn't start telling people I voted for Trump until this year.
Nuh-uh. Last year you said you voted for Trump.
I did?
Yeah. You were pro-Trump up till last year.
Yeah, it depended on who was going to run against him. It depended on a lot. But, I was even thinking about that tonight, actually, that I guess that for some reason that felt like 2020 that I started telling. But, yeah, you're right. It's 2019.
I wish that...
I waited until towards the end to start telling people who I wanted. I didn't want to admit that I voted for Trump. But, yeah, I was thinking about that tonight, though, actually, before the debate started. It's like, I think at this point, I kept saying, oh, we'll see who the Democrats nominate, and then it was, I'll see who Biden picks as his VP, but really, in the end, it could have been almost anybody. If they were the Democratic nominee against Trump, I'd probably vote for him.
I think what should have happened is Biden should have ran last term. He should have ran. The 4 years in between did not do good for him.
Yeah, but he had his reasons why he didn't.
His son.
But I don't. Yeah, I agree. What was I gonna say? He did kind of start getting. Biden started getting flustered and not confused. I could tell, like, I'm sure partly is his age, but I could tell that he was starting to, like, kind of having to think about what he was wanting to say. So, he was kind of came across stumbling or unprepared to answer a little bit a couple times. And he called the Proud Boys the poor boys.
He said, "Proud Boys stand clear" or something.
He said the poor boy. He called them the poor boys.
Yeah. And I was like,
I think he means the Proud Boys. And I thought Trump was going to jump all over that, but he didn't.
Well, yeah, because they probably said, "Shut up! Don't talk about it." Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's really not much to talk about. It's kind of similar to the first one, except for less dramatics. I don't understand why they keep bringing up fracking, and I don't understand why Biden is so adamant about it, because I think it's odd that, I mean, you're pushing a Green Deal, but you're like pro fracking. Doesn't really make sense to me, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's just a lot of rambling about the same stuff. So I'm kind of excited for the election to be over, just so, you know, we can know.
Yeah. I wanted Biden to be a little bit more, like you said, for the first debate, where like be a little bit more aggressive. Like, because when Trump kept saying, you know, you had 8 years, why didn't you do this? It's like, dude, you had 4 years and you haven't done what you said you were going to do in a lot of things.
Also, I'm not president. I wasn't president.
It's like, yeah, also I wasn't president. And if you can't tell being president yourself, you can't, it's not just I'm president, I'm going to do all this stuff that says, like, some things don't get passed. Some things, it just, you can only do what you can do. It's like, especially he was vice president, not president, but even then it's like, yeah, they got a lot done in 8 years, but you can't do everything. I will say I was kind of proud for him he kind of owned his responsibility in some of the issues they brought up. He's like, yeah, that was a mistake, or, you know, this is what was going on at that time and why I voted for this way, and that was a mistake. And like he didn't try to deflect anything. I was really surprised that Trump didn't bring up, he tried to with like his son and stuff, some of the recent stuff that's come out, but he didn't bring up the whole, where do you stand on court packing? Waiting for that, but he never brought that up. And really the only other thing between the two of them, I think, you know, that was more of a debate like it should have been. And I think between the two of them, really the only one that didn't answer at least one question was when she said to talk to the American people about, like, I guess, race and about how people have to, you know, people of color have to talk to their kids or whatever. And he didn't answer that. He went back on defensive and started talking about Joe. Like, he never looked at the camera and talked to the American people. He just went right back to.
I don't really like when they do that. Anyways, it's very staged.
I don't either.
Yeah. I don't feel like you're talking to me. I feel like you're an actor. Like,
it's a very political thing, you know, to try to get voters to relate to them or vote for them or what. It's, you know, the one of those type of tactics, but which I don't really, kind of makes me feel awkward, honestly. But my point is, that's what, when they, you know, talk to the people, say, I understand. And you know, look at the camera and like, this is
you don't understand.
I'm talking to you, the voters. Like, my eyes a whole lot better.
I've been getting letters in the mail because I'm a registered independent, and I've been getting letters, like handwritten letters from people on both sides, like, please vote, your vote is important. First off, it's a little late considering. And second off, I mean, your letter's not going to convince me to vote for someone. I get it. It's a personal touch, but it doesn't really feel personal to me when, like, part of the letter is typed out and part of it's written out. So I'm kind of like, but I do want to talk about, because, I mean, we know I'm on the fence between Kanye and Joe. And one of the things I really don't like that Kanye did, he has this campaign video that just came out like a couple days ago. And it's of, like, his fans and his supporters saying why they think he should be president. And the very first person that's talking in that video is, like, a huge, giant bully. Like, he's literally the most rude person on earth. And he's like, I'm voting for Kanye, da-da-da. And I'm like, bro, Kanye, This is the face of your campaign? This dude?
I saw you tweet that.
I commented on Instagram too, because I want him to know, like, maybe do a little research. I got 10%.
Down to 10%.
Maybe do a little research, but I definitely am like, every time I see that, it's like side eye.
My wife keeps saying that because the other day when our mailbox isn't one of those that's out, in the street or whatever. We have to go to the community center, and it's just around the corner. So I always walk to the mailbox. And I was like, I'm going to walk and drop this off. And she said, "What is that?" I said, "It's my vote. It's the mail-in ballot." And she said, "How come you didn't get me one?" I was like, "It wouldn't let me request one because you're still registered at our old address." Because when we went to the DMV and updated our address, they were supposed to update our voter registration address, but they didn't do hers. So it's like, it wouldn't let me. And I said, "But you can still vote. You just have to go to early voting. You have until November 1st to early vote, or then go on election day." But she doesn't want to have to wait for like an hour or whatever. But I don't know. She keeps going back and forth.
I don't think the lines will be that long.
But she's like, I said, why didn't, she keeps saying, "Why didn't you tell me?" It's like, well, I mean, I did. I asked you. And then you said that you probably didn't want to vote because you didn't know who you wanted to vote for, which like I said before, I'm okay with, unless you're like, "I have to vote for Biden," then yeah, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get you in the line to vote. But
I definitely feel the same way I felt last election, because I didn't want to vote for Hillary. And I didn't feel proud voting for Hillary. And that's kind of the same way I feel about Joe. So it's like...
Yeah, and the way I see it this time is I'm not really voting for Biden as much as I am voting for Harris. Because he's 77.
Well, yeah, but she's not on a clean slate either. So it's kind of like...
politician is.
Exactly. But it's like, I don't know. It's just a very...
And that's my thing with... Donald Trump wasn't a politician before he ran, and Kanye is not a politician unless he gets elected. But the minute you get elected, you're now a politician, and that changes you, whether you want it to or not. And once you're a politician, you're not gonna have a clean slate anymore. You're just not. I don't think so. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, how do I feel represented, quote, quote. I don't even know who Kanye's vice president is, as a matter of fact. I'll have to look into that.
That's something he would even announce if he's a write-in?
It's definitely, like, I've seen it. I just don't remember who it is. But, I don't know. I'm just like, I have, another week? No, like 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens.
Until November 3rd, it's less than 2 weeks.
I'm a last-minute decision maker anyways. Plus, y'all will never know.
I don't care. I know you're not voting for Trump.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't really want to vote for Trump or Hillary in 2016. And here was my rationale when I voted for Trump. Between the two of them, I could not vote for Hillary because she's I don't like her. She's evil. She has a lot of blood on her hands, and that's a fact. People literally have died because of her. And you couldn't say the same thing for Trump, at least not politically anyway. It's like, so my thought was, when I, circling the thing or whatever, like, I did not want to vote for Trump, but I was like, at that time, it was just, there's no way he's going to go win. So I really would rather have Hillary as president, but I didn't want to vote for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I voted for Trump, thinking that there's no way in hell he's going to win. So Hillary's going to be president anyway, but at least I don't have to carry the guilt of voting for her.
Yeah.
And then I remember watching the election that night, and then Trump, he's going to be the winner. He won. I'm like, shit, what did I do? What did I do? I voted him in. But
I think our main message for this should just be, guys, if you haven't voted yet, early vote. November 3rd, get out there. Let's see what happens.
yeah, I think early voting, I don't have my thing anymore. I think it's at least till November 1st. And
with early voting, you don't have to go to your designated voting location, which is another benefit.
And there's multiple locations. You can go to whatever your county is. I'm sure they have different ones. Hillsborough is votehillsborough.com or .org. And you can find your polling locations and early voting and the hours. Most early voting are open 7 to 7. Yeah, go out and vote. Whoever you're going to vote for. It's your civic right and duty.
Duty. Do your duty.
Think my eye looks better.
I'm surprised you're not wearing the glasses again.
I thought about it, but I was like, it is what it is at this point. I stopped caring. Now that the swelling's gone down and I have like 2 normal sized eyes, I'm like, it's just a scab. The swelling has gone down because it just, for like 2 days, it was just draining all that crap out of it. Which was really, really nasty. And at one point I felt like I could see, like, it looked like a hole, and like it wasn't bleeding or anything, but there was like a little hole in my eyelid, and I could almost see, like, it was like, damn, it was deep. It was nasty, but that's how much like fluid and nastiness had built up in my eyelid.
Gross.
Fun stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. But now it is what it is. I actually had to go to an interview today and I was pretty surprised she didn't say, "Oh, what happened to your eye?"
Yeah, because you don't have to tell her. It's against the law.
Anyway, yeah, so I'll have are you about to die? What are you at?
5.
You're getting there. Do you have a charger, or is your phone going to die till tomorrow?
Oh, no, not till tomorrow. I'm at my friend's house, so when I go home, I can charge it. But I took my charger out of my car from my desk, and I'm like, yay.
Did you work the late shift today?
I got off at 3.
Oh.
But yeah. Tomorrow's Friday.
Hey, I have another week off. Not much is happening with this freelance thing, and then I'll probably start my job on the 2nd, Monday the 2nd.
Oof. That's gonna be fun during Black Friday.
Yeah, it's all gonna be fun, but it is what it is. What was I gonna say? Do you know your weekend rotation?
She hasn't made the schedule yet.
Okay. Otherwise, I mean, I guess that's it. Just quick little reaction after. I mean, I wasn't expecting much anyway, just because I know between the two of us, we've made our decision. And really, I didn't get a whole lot of other stuff out of that debate other than, a couple different things, but I'll see how it, I'm going to be watching like the polls and 538.com to see if it changes the kind of predicted election results or not. So I'll be following that. And we'll see.
Go from there. Go from there.
All righty.
All right, brother.
Good chat, brother.
Till next time.
Till Friday, Saturday, Sunday again.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.